What's up guys, it's Cody here, and today in this video we're going to be talking about the brand new Apple HomePod and why I think you shouldn't buy it. Now keep in mind during this video, I have had no hands-on time with this product, but what I'm going to be talking about in this video are features, or lack thereof. These are facts. These aren't opinions. I'll probably mix in opinions because I'm an opinionated person, but I just feel that before the HomePod is even out of the gate, it's already behind the game. So the thing about Apple, and what I always argued with Android users is, yeah, Apple's not the first to do something for the most part. But usually when they come to the game, they have it figured out, they have improved it to a point to where it's better than the competition. This is not the case for the Apple HomePod. Now I'm not talking about sound quality here because I haven't heard it, but I am talking about features. So first, the Apple HomePod does not support multi-room music. That means that you can't have a HomePod in your living room playing music and then have another HomePod in your office playing different music or even the same music. You can only stream directly to one HomePod. Now the reason for that is that AirPlay 2 is not out yet. So this is going to be a software update later, which we don't know when is coming, before that functionality is something that we can actually utilize. So since we don't have AirPlay 2, that also means that we can't have stereo sound. So you can't actually put a HomePod in a room and another HomePod in the same room and then have them recognize each other and understand where each of the HomePods are and then balance that sound. That's one of the things that Apple talked about a lot when they were talking about the new HomePod, and it can't even do it when it's launched. So boom, two features that they talked about not coming at launch. So just for comparison, if you have two Alexa devices, you have no problem playing music in your office and then on another Alexa device playing music in your living room. Same thing goes for Sonos. So if you have two Sonos speakers, you can play different music in different rooms on different speakers. Or you can play the same music on all your speakers or some of the speakers. All right, so we're already behind the competition in terms of functionality. So next, let's talk about music streaming services. So for me, I use Spotify Premium, along with 70 other million users in the entire world. Apple Music has less than half of that. But guess what? The HomePod is not going to work with Spotify Premium. You can't tell Siri to start playing Spotify. It's just not going to work. In fact, it's not going to work with Pandora. It's not going to work with SoundCloud. It's not going to work with iHeartRadio. It's not going to work with any other music streaming service other than Apple Music. And for me, Apple Music sucks. I had it. I used it. I stopped using it because it sucked. I just think this is insane. It's not going to use the most popular music streaming platform in the world. It's going to corner you into a market with Apple Music, an inferior service in my opinion, just to be able to use Siri on the HomePod. So if I wanted to use Siri and tell her to play Spotify, it's just not going to work. Now the crazy thing about that is that Siri will absolutely play Spotify on your phone. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Play Spotify.
Yes?
Oh my God. Play Spotify. So if I tell Siri to play music on Spotify on my phone, then it's gonna work. If I tell Siri to play Spotify music on my HomePod, it's not gonna work. They're like, no, dude, no. So that's the main pain point for me is it's not gonna work with Spotify Premium. It's so annoying. So you can still use your phone to point it to play Spotify music on your HomePod. But then what does that mean? Is it really a smart speaker? It's losing some functionality there. It's getting dumber. I feel like the HomePod is like a smart speaker savant. Like it's gonna be really good at one thing, but kind of broken in every other aspect. So now let's talk about pricing. Pricing, it's got that Apple price tag, does it not? $350. 350 smackaroos. This is not play money anymore. It's never play money. I don't know what I'm talking about. Apple's expensive as hell no matter what you're getting. But $350, that is the second most expensive smart speaker when you're comparing it to its immediate competition, which would be any type of Alexa device, which there's like a trillion of those. Not really, but there's several. And Google Home. So let's just really quickly run through some prices. Amazon Echo Dot, $50. Amazon Echo, $100. Amazon Echo Spot, $130. Amazon Tap, $130. Amazon Echo Plus, $150. Amazon Echo Look, $200, which I don't even know, I still don't get what that is. but Amazon Echo Show, $230. This comes with a display. Google Home Mini, $50. Google Home, $130. And Google Home Max, which is the most expensive out of all of these, at $400. Now, when we're talking about all these, we also have Sonos, which is now a smart speaker, the Sonos One. This has Alexa built in. I can just tell the Sonos speaker, hey Alexa, play Spotify, and it plays Spotify. Alexa, stop. I can't even say their names without them doing something around here. And here I am yelling at Siri earlier and it wouldn't do anything. I say, hey Siri. Hey Siri. Play Spotify. It's funny because the thing that I notice the most is when I'm talking about all these Google Assistants, if you have them around, it's like you accidentally activate Alexa. You accidentally activate Google Home. But when you're talking to Siri, you're trying to activate it and it's just like, I'm not really paying attention. So you gotta yell at it and you gotta get mad at it. And then it doesn't do what you want it to do. It's Siri. So I mean, even here, when we're talking about the assistants, you have Alexa, you have Google Home, and you have Siri. Siri is by far the worst out of the three, in my opinion. I think pretty much everybody's opinion. I don't really hear anybody saying that Siri is the superior assistant ever. Even with like hardcore Apple fans. Like if you bring up Siri and you're like, dude, Siri sucks, they're like, I mean, I know. Because Siri's not good. Okay, iOS 11, Siri got a whole lot better, a whole lot faster responses. But the fact of the matter is that it's still the lowest on the totem pole. Now another thing, Android phone users can't even use the HomePod. There's no standalone HomePod app. It's all built into the HomeKit. It does have Bluetooth 5.0, but it doesn't even have an auxiliary port, so you can't plug anything into it to play directly to it, which is not something that I would even really want to do, but that's another piece of information to consider, I guess, if you're looking at purchasing one of these products. So with the HomePod, there's two issues. One, Siri came out first. It wasn't late to market and polished, it was first to market, and it's still the worst. And then we have the second issue, is that the HomePod itself is late to market, and it has less features than the competition that's already out there, which is Alexa and Google Home. The Apple HomePod looks cool. The sound might be amazing. It sounds like it's going to be amazing. But if it doesn't have the smart features that we all need and we use on a daily basis with other devices, then I just don't know where it's gonna fit in for me. But that's all I got for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you hit that like button. Of course, if you want to stay up to date with everything Apple, everything tech that I want to cover, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!
Sorry, I don't know that.
See what I mean? I accidentally activate Alexa and Google Home all the time. And then yet I'm sitting here staring at my phone, yelling, hey Siri, and she'll just never respond. You can see, hey Siri, 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 hey Siri. It's not even, like, that's real. This is a real phone. It's got Siri on it. Hey Siri. I mean,